Everybody. Happy Star Trek Tuesday. It's your favorite time of the year. It's your favorite time of the week. It is time for the main viewer. What's in the news? Well, New York City Comic Con's in the news. They did some pretty crazy things. Star Trek was all over it. Starfleet Academy, Section 31, Strange New Worlds was announced, or things were announced about Strange New Worlds. We had all kinds of announcements, all kinds of things. We're going to cover it all with our very special guest who was there, boots on the ground, and she's also a co-host of Mission Log Prodigy, and she knows everything, Marina Kravchuk.
Hi. So great to be here.
Melissa, you guys don't even know. Melissa's done like 40 woohoos in the last 7 minutes. I feel like there's a fire outside, and there's Melissa Longo is here. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Woohoo! Marina Kravchuk is here. Woohoo!
The walking woohoo. And of course, paintress Jenny R. Johnson is here.
Oh, hello. First.
Also, the walking exclamation point. She's never said woohoo in her life, and she's going to keep it that way.
The audio bad.
She says, "Oh my God!" Instead, it's Dr. Anne Marie Siegel.
The rock star.
Aw. I was talking to Marina, and we were like, it's our traditional New York Comic Con wrap up with Marina Kravchuk.
Yep.
That's right. It's become a tradition now.
Yes, it's my favorite this time of year tradition.
It is. It's as traditional as this show starting late. My name's Ryan T. Husk. Sorry about that. And let's get into the news. Everybody, please make sure you like this video. That's as in hit the thumbs up button. Not just like it, like enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for notifications. That way, every time we go live, you'll know. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe YouTube's like, they'll know sometimes, bro, and you'll like it. If you're listening in, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. We'd really appreciate that. Melissa is on peyote. I can tell. I can spot a peyote a mile away.
You know her peyote face, huh?
I may have had some chocolate today, so Halloween is coming soon.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to give candy to the kids because you're going to eat it all. Dave Gregory's in the live chat. Hi, what's up? What's up, Joel?
Gregory?
The Matt Boardman, good to see you. Faith Howell, thank goodness for Faith Howell. Fran Iverson, hello. What's up, Joshua? What's up? Did I already say hi, Glenn? Nope. Hi, Glenn. What's up, Bob D? Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Oh, I just finished season 4 of For All Mankind.
Oh,
what
wow.
a fantastic show.
Nice.
I want to
You love
watch it.
I do love it. Tears is all I'll say.
Whoa. Really?
For the final episode, oh my gosh, I was a wreck.
Do you concur, Anne-Marie and Marina?
Yes, I'm so pumped to see Ron Moore this weekend. And maybe he'll like give us a nugget about For All Mankind in Star Cities.
Maybe.
Mm.
And hello to Chuck A. and Walter and everybody, John Davis, Linda, and Dereg. We see all of you. Let's party. So I guess we should just get into it. I kept seeing posts about New York City Comic Con, and I was like, whatever, I'm not there. I don't care.
Ryan, it's just New York Comic Con. There is no city in there.
No, it's NYCCC.
Yeah,
See?
so it's New York Comic Con.
New York City Comic Con Convention, I heard.
No, New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Otherwise, there would have been an additional
C's.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
No,
sure.
it's a New York
That's like
City
my report
Comic Con
card.
convention.
That's like you got
Yeah.
your merch on Canal Street.
Yeah, New York City Comic Con Convention City.
Yeah.
Oh, Canal Street.
Pretty sure. Anyway, Marina Kravchuk is here, and she was there at NYCC. How was it? What was the overall vibe? Were there a lot of Star Trek people, fans wearing shirts and uniforms, or were they like few and far between?
No, this was very noticeable. immediately, even though, we had the big Star Trek universe panel, so obviously everybody was aiming for that largely, and that was on Saturday. But I was there for most of Friday, and I was there the entire Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, just randomly, you're walking down, and it's like, oh yeah, there's a person wearing a TNG uniform, and there's folks wearing Lower Decks uniforms, and there's somebody wearing a t-shirt. I mean, I was wearing a t-shirt. So Trek was very much there and noticeable, even though, like on the floor, you just have your general sprinkling of stuff. We didn't have really any big exclusives that people would be lining up for. It was just, I don't know, a coincidence, not the year for it. And of course, once we get to the actual Star Trek Universe panel, that was a very large concentration of Trek people in one place, and that is always a real hoot to see, because it's just like there's the multitude of us. And the panel was excellent. I mean, those who had an opportunity to see the digital version, it's the one where they black out all the exclusives, meaning the teasers and any kind of special stuff. But at least you get to see the Q&A and whatever the executives and the actors are talking about during the panel. You could see like this was a bang, bang, bang thing, just one thing after another. That we got, the Lower Decks folks, and then we had the little introduction about the Section 31 and the Starfleet Academy and the surprise Zooms. I mean, we got to see Michelle Yeoh, and we got to see Kurtzman with the new cadets. And, this was exciting. It's like you don't even feel the time passing. There was just so much information getting thrown at you. And it's just very exciting. So, yeah, it was a really nice thing. And, kudos to all the fans. I've noticed that there's been a really nice increase in having quality questions asked during Q&As.
Really?
You don't get
my
this.
friend Graham got Maurice Crisis mentioned with Jack
Yeah.
Quaid.
No, but maybe because it's a bigger event and it's a little bit more, it's not like a typical Q&A that you get during a Trek specific event. It does have the executives in, and we were just shown the exclusives, but it tends to lack the questions of what is your favorite episode. You don't really get that during New York Comic Con or any other Comic Con, I suppose. So it was nice. Like it was hour and a half long, and it flew like this, literally. And then obviously everybody just files out. It's great to see again this enormous crowd just going down the escalator of death and onwards to whatever else.
Why is it the escalator of death?
They added several years
People
ago, they added
die?
another. No, they didn't die, but it's a scary, scary escalator. So they added an additional wing to Javits Center, which is already a very big building. Now it's become even bigger by almost an entire block, I think. And it's 5 stories high, and the first 3 stories is an enormous atrium. So from the fourth floor down, you have this enormous escalator heading down. And yeah, looking out
I've
it,
seen
looking down
pictures of it, and
it's
it makes me
not,
like,
yeah, it's
yeah.
not a very nice experience. So it's kind of like informally, it's like, yeah, the escalator of death, because it's just scary, I suppose.
That
So,
reminds us all of a Mitch Hedberg joke everybody knows, right? Say it with me. There's no such thing as a broken escalator. There's just stairs.
Stairs. Oh,
Sorry,
thank you so much.
sorry for the
Yeah,
convenience.
no, there was one year. There was one
That's
year
fun.
when they had to shut off one of the escalators.
Oh
I don't know
God.
why. And let me tell you, it takes forever to walk down. I don't know how many steps this thing actually makes, but it's like, oh my God, we're still walking down and we're still walking down. And it's very, very tiring.
Yeah.
So once I realized there were actually elevators elsewhere in that wing, I'm like, you know what? Until they fix this, I am not doing this again. It's big. It's a very big escalator.
And you saw the Brian Vogt-Weiss Nacelle
Yes.
action
Oh,
figure
this was
panel.
so there were 2 other panels that I attended that were not part of like sort of the big PR presentation that came from the studio. There was a wonderful little panel that I have to mention on Friday, and that was Just Todd Stashwick, hosted by Ben Robinson. And it was just a lovely conversation. Those of you who have met Todd Stashwick, what a delightful person he is.
Mhm.
Talking primarily about Picard. So I think the panel was specifically talking about him becoming part of this whole thing. Lovely conversation, practically a standing ovation at the end of it. So it was not part of, it didn't have CBS/Paramount involved in this. It was just him and Ben talking in one of the smaller rooms. And then the other one was this was in the area for professional programming. So I suppose anything to do with folks who have licenses or anything else of that nature. So yeah, Brian Volkweiss was there from Nacelle Company talking about the brand new line of figures that are coming up, and basically introducing wave number 1 that consists of 8 figures. And the whole idea behind it, and I already saw comments of people like, how come it's this? We've already been in this.
Have you met Star Trek fans, Marina?
Yeah, I know. I've been a
Star
part of
Trek
it for long
fans'
enough.
favorite thing to do is here's a
Right.
poster of 50 amazing people in the coolest poster you've ever seen. First thing anybody says,
How come?
where's
about-
Tasha? Where's Porthos?
Yes.
So
Where's
for those-
Gumby? They get so
Yeah,
mad
especially
so
Gumby.
fast.
I know, we
Gumby.
can have
Gumby.
They do.
So those who haven't read the reports from our friends from Trek Movie or Trek Core, the whole idea is that he wants to do a line of figures that are basically deep cuts. So it's the figures that never been produced or are rare or unique enough. So, you get something like, Captain Rachel Garrett. There has never been an action figure of Captain Garrett. So
Mhm.
there we go. It's going to be part of Wave 1. Captain Jellicoe, same thing. Captain we love to hate. And now the Admiral we kind of sort of love to hate, I suppose, or love. I don't know. It's up to you.
Mhm.
So it's all coming, and of course, there's going to be Tuvix, and then there's going to be the evil archer, and you have this wonderful little sprinkling throughout the different series. Now, for those who are wondering if that's going to go on into like, oh, we're going to get something, I don't know, Vadic from Picard, so something unusual. Brian talked about it. Their license goes up to and including Star Trek Nemesis. So pretty much everything that are modern productions that's covered by somebody else's contracts and licenses, he doesn't have that. So it's going to be legacy series and legacy movies in some shape or form. And yeah, he would like to do further waves consisting of, more and more in figures. Let's see how successful it's going to be. I mean, I have to admit, I have my eye on 3 of the figures out of the first wave, so I'm looking forward to
Which
it.
3?
I'd like to get you're gonna laugh. I'd like
No,
to get
Rachel
the
Garrett's
Tuvix.
got to be on there.
Yes,
Because that's one of the best characters ever.
And so
Honestly,
that's
I
actually the
agree
2
with
that I
that.
mentioned, Jellicoe and Garrett, and I'd like to get Tuvix because it's just too funny.
Iconic.
Aw.
Jellicoe's the
Marina,
best
how can we
captain
happy
ever.
for her?
But
But
he's an interesting character, isn't it? It's like you're thinking like we love to hate him, but he was right in so many
Yeah.
instances
He
during
just
that
prefers a certain formality.
Yeah. And they did have prototypes of Jellicoe, of Garrett, and what's the name of the character played by Ike? The niece of Scotty, sorry, nephew of Scotty, with the radiation suit.
The 2 people from the movies, I can
Yes.
never remember their names.
Yeah. So
From
they
Wrath of
have
Khan,
again,
yeah.
and it's nice. They're sizable. There's about, I'm gonna say 6 or 7 inch, nice large figure, very beautiful paint job. So yeah, these are really great figures. So let's see how it goes. And I certainly wish Nacelle Company good luck because that's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Well, we love that. Actually, we're going to cover them a bit more a little later
Yeah.
because we love Brian Volkweiss and
Yeah.
the stuff
Yeah, I
that
wanna look at
he
those
does.
again.
I'm like his biggest
Yeah, well,
fan. He's going to
he's
get a
awesome.
restraining order pretty soon, unfortunately.
And the amazing thing is they're like a $30 price point, and the sculpts
Yeah.
look
That's great.
incredible.
Yeah.
You know what? Who I'd love to see, it's a little biased, is Nog, because he's only
Yeah.
ever been a choking hazard.
Gotta happen.
Yes.
It's gotta happen.
Have a proper
And Brian
action
Volkweiss
figure.
is just the guy that would do it for us, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's going to be in the article
Yes,
when you're
I have
going
it
to
in
pull
the
it up.
article.
There is actually an email that you can contact Nacelle Company with suggestions. And Brian said they
Ooh.
do look at every single email and see
Wow.
like that's something that kind of works with the whole idea. I forgot there's
Okay.
another figure.
We know
There's
what to
another
do.
figure that I want, and that is I want Captain Zulu because I do have the China,
Ooh.
Yeah.
the Excelsior China, so I would actually display the
Yeah,
two of them
that's
together.
amazing.
That
Okay,
is
so let's
amazing.
while we're on the topic, let's pull up this article
Yeah.
right here because this deserves some love. This guy Brian Volkweiss and Nacelle Company or Nacelle Network, they've been doing amazing.
Nacelle Company.
Yeah, they've been doing amazing work for a long time, not just with Star Trek, but it's always cool when somebody that's like one of us is doing something for us, like a true fan. He loves toys and collectibles and Star Trek and Star Wars, and he just goes all in and he goes hard. And check this out. This is from trekcore.com. Nacelle reveals first 8 Star Trek action figures at New York City Comic-Con convention with plenty of character surprises. Whoa.
Oh, there's more.
There's Brian Volkweis, our pal. Oh, they forgot the city here. Typo.
Some of the people were getting crazy in the live
Peter
chat
Preston,
with
that's it.
the
My God, it was
extra
driving me
Cs.
nuts.
Right?
Marina, I was wondering, like, when they unveiled which action figures, did they do it like one at a time, or did they
Yeah.
do them all?
Yeah, there was
Awesome.
a separate screen that would pop up. The host of the panel was basically, he's like, "Would you like to guess?" And funnily enough, there was several folks who guessed who it was based on, like, you can see the tip of the
Oh, that's
sleeve.
funny.
So it must be
Yeah.
this person. That was pretty impressive, I have to say.
That's
So
fun.
yeah, so exactly these images that you see that it
Cool.
would pop up
Oh,
on the
right.
big screen, and so yeah, it's. I mean, Valkyries.
So
we've never
why are
had
they
Valkyries
6 to
before.
7
Yes.
inches instead of like, what was the old ones before? Like 4 inches or something
Yeah.
like that?
I
4.
think they're 1/12. Like,
Yeah.
I want that one.
These guys
Yeah,
are
yeah,
4.
so and
1/12
I'm
scale.
telling you, the prototype was, and they should have a photo of it. The prototype
yeah,
looks
they took
amazing.
photos that look even more amazing than
Whoa.
these.
Wow, these
Yeah.
are gorgeous.
So they have the pictures of, I think, the prototypes, or at least the models, and then further down there will be pictures of just characters, but that's the planned figures. So like, as you can see,
Right.
they will do Wayun, they will have, yeah, that's the other one I forgot to mention. I really want to capture the Sulu and
Yeah.
just pose him with his little cup and my
So
big cup.
cute.
Those are good ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go,
perfect.
3-pack
Yeah.
paint.
Yeah, they're
Look at
incredible.
this.
Like, they're so good.
Look how good look how good they
So
look.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's
Somebody
Yeah,
took a
you
picture
could-
behind something glass, you could tell.
Yeah, you can see
Reflection
it.
of the head.
You can see the river. Yeah.
Mhm.
And Ike Eisman was there, who played Peter Preston.
Oh wow.
Oh, no way.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Man,
So
that is
cool.
really good.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is.
like even the
Uh-uh.
Remember
hairline looks amazing.
the action figures back in the day where it would like look nothing. It looked like somebody else completely.
Oh my
Not
God,
just,
yeah.
Yeah,
not just
Right.
like not
dots
like
for
the
eyes.
person. It just looked like a different person completely.
Mhm.
No, this is really nice sculpts, and
Yeah, that's it.
yes.
Like,
Yeah, look at this.
Look at those eyebrows. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
Incredible.
poor
Incredible.
Peter.
And I heard
And
these are only
this.
$2.99, right?
Well,
No.
so the pre-sale is going
Oh.
to start the first quarter of 2025, and they're shooting to have them under $30, which I mean is amazing for this kind of detail.
Each.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I
Yeah.
assumed. There's going to be a. I mean,
Oh,
because
and
look
so
what
if
they're
you-
doing.
Mhm.
Right under the Rachel Garrett is the email that you can contact them if
Yeah.
you'd like to see some in their next wave. I mean, this is incredible.
Yeah, right there. Star Trek ideas. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's awesome.
I am definitely going to email them.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. I mean, Brian is, he's a fan's fan, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Maybe
one
we'll
of
have
us.
He
Mhm.
Talk about a
is.
TNG episode, and you can gently remind him about that.
Just going to get
So
one more look
incredible.
at all these. as
Whoever
we
did the
scroll
photos for
upward.
this was amazing too. Like,
and they
these
were
are
just
such good
standing there.
glamour
There's like
shots.
a long table with different figures that Nacelle company has produced over the years, and you just go up there and you literally can, like, it's not. I mean, it is behind the glass, but you can go really, really close and look at the whole thing, and nobody's waving you off. So,
Mhm.
So great.
that was a nice little panel. And little, I mean, because it was in the small. It wasn't like part of one of the large main stages. It
Right.
was, whoever
Oh my
was actually interested in
gosh.
this particular subject matter.
That's so cool that Jellicoe's #1 where he belongs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fabric, I mean, the
Yeah.
fabric looks
It has
fantastic.
texture.
Yes. Kind of like Jenny's paintings. Ah,
Yes, Jenny's
yeah,
paintings
you can
have
feel
life.
the fabric.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Yeah,
look
that's
at
I think we
that.
mentioned this before, but that's the difference between Jenny's paintings and look, this is coming from somebody that knows nothing about anything, but from the amateur's eye, when I see paintings, I go, "Oh, a nice painting." When I see Jenny's paintings, I go, "Whoa, you captured life in your paintings."
Exactly.
Like it's like a
Yes, you do.
spiritual thing practically, like
Yeah.
there's life and the
Guys.
spark in their eyes, whereas everybody else, you're like, "Oh, nice color." I don't know. Cool.
Cool.
Looks like kind of
But
like a painting.
Okay,
She
guys.
captures color too. It's just
Yeah.
wonderful. That
Yeah.
Cisco painting where he's holding up the glass and looking in the mirror far beyond the stars, and that I
That's
never
my
get
favorite one.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, his shirt, his button-down white shirt has so much life to it. It's
And
fantastic.
color in there too.
Yes.
No,
If you
I
zoom
have
in
to.
on that shirt and the wrinkles, you
Thanks,
see like
friends.
purples and oranges, and you're like, how the heck?
There's no white.
to
It's
Yeah,
add
it's so
to
weird.
add to fangirling here, I have to admit the picture when we see the the TNG folks playing poker. The first time I saw
Oh.
the picture of the painting, I actually thought it was the picture. Like somebody.
Oh,
Was there a shot when they're filming from above the table? I can't remember. And I was
Yeah.
contemplating actually going and like checking out all the
yeah.
things. And I was like, oh
Oh.
shoot, no, that's a painting. So yeah.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
You guys.
It's beautiful. And I
It's
love that
lovely.
these action figures capture the fabrics too, just in that same way. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
They're
So I
wonderful.
love that. It's that,
I
it's that attention to detail, right? It's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I do hope that I mean, obviously, there probably will be some heavy duty collectors who will go for every single figure. That's
Yeah.
kind of predictable. But at the same time, I think there is enough varieties that, like, for example, I'll
Right.
probably get like right there. I called out 4 figures that I'm really interested in. So you can kind of pick and choose, and it's probably going to be like this going forward. At least that's
Yeah.
what Brian implied, that it's going to be different series or different movies.
You
That's
know
really
what?
cool.
This is a great idea. Everybody in the live chat right now, give us the 3. If you were going to win a magic prize, Brian Volk-Weiss said, you know what? You're a true fan. I'm going to give you 3 free action figures ahead of everybody because I like you. What would be the 3 you would choose? What would be your 3? Like for me, I think it would be 3 Jellicos. No, because it's tough for me because Jellico, clearly he's just picking people that had not had action figures before, but they're like iconic characters.
Right.
So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
he's a true fan right here. So for me, definitely Jellico. And then, oh God, it's tough with Garrett. I could skip Tuvix, no problem. It's between Jellico, Garrett, Mirror Archer, and Wayun. I think I'd go Wayun, Archer, and Jellico. Sorry, Wayun, Garrett, and Jellico.
But look how
is
cute
what I would do.
Sulu looks.
He's
Zulu
very
does
cute.
look really cute.
He's very cute. But I would go Wayun, Rachel Garrett, and the best
Oh, like
captain in
3,
Starfleet.
which 3 of these? I thought you were
Yes.
saying like what 3 of any
That's too hard.
possible
Those
options.
3. Yeah.
Too hard. I would just pick Nog in first season, Nog as a cadet, and Captain Nog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's
Do
I
all
think
of those.
there's a
Right?
probably pretty good chance that you might go for something, like Captain Nog, for example. That's a great figure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Totally.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so live chat, let us know of those 8. You win 3 of them. Which 3 do you take?
Mm.
What about you, Anne Marie? And then we can embarrass Anne Marie
I
like
don't-
we
it's so
embarrassed
hard to
Jenny.
know. It's so hard to know. I don't know. I've thought about this quite a bit actually. I just don't know. Obviously Rachel Garrett. Here's the thing, like Jellico isn't my favorite, but he looks so good in that uniform as an action figure. Okay, so Rachel Garrett, Sulu, and maybe Valkyries. She looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks great.
I mean, if you think about it, she kind
Yeah.
of established the look,
Yes.
So-
And I like to support the female action figures so that the
Yeah.
companies can see
That-
that they need to keep making them.
Something that came up during the panel, the fact that, every time there would be some kind of a new startup, I don't know, company that would be releasing figures, they would traditionally start primarily with male characters, and almost invariably there's going to be some kind of variation of Kirk, Spock, Picard data in whichever in whichever sequence. And several folks kind of said, thank you, thank you that
Yeah.
you're not starting out like, and the first figure is going to be yet another Spock, or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
So they're going, so I'm sure there's probably going to be folks who will be questioning this, but the whole idea behind this particular line is deep cuts. So,
Yeah.
for
Totally
example,
deep cuts.
I would, you know what I would love to see? Nobody said that we're not going to have any of the main characters appearing. It just could be
Yes.
something
Yeah.
that's very unique and specific. So, for instance, my thought was I would absolutely love to have a Janeway dressed as Katrine, that her alter ego from the Killing Game.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes.
I
white
thought you were going to
suit.
say
Oh my God, yes.
Time Zero
Yes.
Guinan.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
because they
that
did
could
like
work.
Gloria
That would be
Or
brilliant.
Sarah
Throw
Silverman.
everyone.
Cleveland,
Yeah.
Guinan from like The Big Goodbye and stuff, or not The Big
No,
Goodbye, like
how
the
about an
follow-up to-
They need a
entire
Mark
line
Twain.
of what's the
The
episode
mini
where with
ones.
Sarah Silverman? What's that two-parter?
Oh.
What's it
Future's
called?
End.
Yeah, Future's End.
Yeah.
But all of them,
Yeah.
with like Tuvok with his do-rag and what's her name, Janeway with her pantsuit.
Yeah.
That would be
Nice
hilarious. Like a whole
Yeah.
box set. Gotta
Yeah.
collect them all.
In the van.
Gosh,
So we do
yes.
actually have somebody from Star Trek in the live chat, everybody. So
Who?
please welcome Science Advisor Dr. Muhammad Noor.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? There's a
Yay.
thing about Dr. Noor in the email I sent you. It's a tweet. From
Okay, we'll
Munich.
check that out. He
Okay.
won't go soon though. He says he's going to stick around for the whole show.
Oh yeah.
He says in the live chat, Ardra. That's a good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Ardra.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here are people's answers here. John Davis says Cisco, Jake, Kira. Okay.
Mhm.
Dave Gregory says Archer, Sulu, and Rachel Garrett.
hmm
Linda Anderegg says, oh wait, Wei-Yun. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm missing the top. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's the first part. She says Rachel Garrett, Jellicoe, Tuvix, and then, oh, wait, Wei-Yun. So D. Matt Boardman says Wei-Yun, Archer, and Garrett.
Mhm.
Nobody loves Jellicoe?
I'm getting Jellicoe, so at least that's one sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Joel says Wei-Yun, Garrett, and Jellicoe. Hey, those are my picks. Same team, Joel. Same team. Anyway, what do you say, Jenny? Do you have a top three?
Probably Jellicoe, Garrett, and Nancy Sulu. I think yeah.
Nancy Sulu.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'll also be really fun to see like the first people to get them signed by the actors at convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love that kind of
No.
stuff.
What do you think about this? Like, suppose, things go well and we're into, like, I don't know, wave 6 comes along
Mhm.
and there's Wei-Yun again. And people are
I
like,
was
Right?
but
thinking
did we
that.
have Wei-Yun again? And that's
Yes,
different
of
Wei-Yun.
course.
Wait,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Or what about if one wave, what do they call
Mhm.
those? They don't call it a wave or series or maybe series. It's just all Jeffrey Combs characters.
Mhm.
It's just all of his characters for an entire. He might do it. Brian
Yeah.
Volk-Weiss is the kind of guy that would do that.
That's
An entire
exactly.
collection of Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jeff Combs collection.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
Right.
One of them is
Yeah.
just that Agamus
Agamus,
box.
yes.
Mhm.
You see, Anne-Marie, Agamus was a
got it.
character in Star Trek Lower Decks.
Well, no, then my mind started thinking like, well, then we need a Betazoid gift box for Armin. Like,
Yep.
Oh,
Very
that's
good.
a good one. Yes.
Mhm.
We've never had that.
because actually I just got
Mhm.
gifted by my friend Marty. He got me a Loxana action figure that was signed by Majel. And I'm like,
Nice.
oh my God, I need to get in this signed action figure game and then learn how to display them. So
What
fun.
about
Ooh.
Captain Rix? That would be a good one. Captain Rix, the Bolian officer in
Oh,
like the
right, yeah.
season 1
Yeah.
Next Generation episode.
Yeah.
Or J.G. Hertzler's Romulan or Vulcan captain in The
Mhm.
Emissary.
Ooh,
Those are
yeah.
some fun captains.
So,
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
even
So
Lost.
send all those suggestions to Brian. For all we know, he'll make one of them.
Mhm.
He'll say, stop spamming me. Faith Howell says she wants the van. Sarah
Yeah.
Silverman's
God, that's
van.
so valid.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
So before we move on, Melissa, did you have a 3 that you would like above all else?
Definitely the Garrett. That looks fantastic. And I'm going to go with Wei-Yun.
Nice.
And I think maybe Sulu.
Mhm.
What's up, JT Savoy? JT's saying hi to everybody in the live chat. So that's a social butterfly right there. Good to see you, JT.
Well, now I'm
John
like, Marina,
Davis,
are you gonna take
yes.
your Captain Sulu out of the packaging to display with your Captain Sulu China, or are you gonna keep it in the box?
I might get two. You know what they say, one for play, one for
I do
display.
this.
One for
Maybe.
play, one for
Nice.
display.
There you go.
Oh,
That is
nice. There you
so
go.
cool.
That was awesome.
Remember this guy?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Jordy in
Mhm.
whatever that thing was
Identity
called.
crisis.
Identity, yeah.
Identity Crisis. I remember like 40% of the titles. You guys got them all down.
No,
Here he
I've got all the
is.
TNG
I
ones. That's
don't.
it. It's just the TNG ones.
Like one of my favorite episodes. It's so good.
Mhm.
Really?
Yes. It was like
No,
a
come
really
get
strong
serious.
memory. I thought it like blew my mind. It was
Yeah.
such
Even
a, like,
Marina's like,
mystery.
that can't be your
I
favorite.
love the holodeck part. I love how he
Also,
figures
I
it all
watched it
was
out.
on
cool.
black and white TV, and it looked really
Nice.
good in black and white.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it was really glowing.
Oh,
Mhm.
I
Okay,
just
cool.
remember that was the one that I always saw in syndication
Oh,
It was
really?
a lot.
or as reruns. There's a lot that I didn't see, but that one I saw a lot.
Me too. I think that's why I initially kind of had an adverse reaction to it. Adverse
yeah.
reaction at first was because when I first started watching Star Trek back in the day in syndication, and I'd only seen like 2 episodes, I was like, why do I keep seeing this one episode?
Right.
And I
Mhm.
thought this part was way longer because I think I would only see like the second half. So I would just see
Yeah.
Geordi running around. So I thought the entire episode was about them trying to find varicose vein Geordi on the ship somewhere. I thought that's what the episode was about, where they were just looking for him, He
Awesome.
they're like, I was like, why does he have a map of the Mississippi River on his
These
chest?
syndication stories are my favorite. I was listening to a podcast on Trek FM, and one of the co-hosts was saying that like there was one summer somebody must have like been asleep on the job at the TV station because every single day for 5 days they showed the same Deep Space Nine episode,
Mhm.
which is such a hilarious like that kind of thing would never happen today because we don't have that. But it cracks me up.
Wow. Syndication. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So we know what happened at New York Comic Con. We know about
Well,
toys.
now we have to go into depth about all the things.
Yep. Right
Yeah.
after Marina says what she's got to say.
Well, do you want me to show you quickly? Because, I did a quick
Oh.
well, let me rephrase. Okay, I'm going to rephrase this. It wasn't a quick run through. It actually took me almost 2 days to go through the entire vendor area,
Yes.
snaking
Yes.
back
And I
forth.
wanted to ask you if you bought anything or brought anything back with you.
Yeah. So, out of the things that could be considered exclusives, I mean, we know that Hallmark released new figures. Unfortunately, they weren't actually selling them at the booth. So, but and I don't know if you may have a photo of this because I probably find it on my phone and kind of show it, but it's gonna suck. They do promise next October, so October 2025, they will release a hologram Janeway, and they had a prototype hanging in the booth, and it looks
Oh,
really, really good. I
that's
was
Oh.
what
tempted
that
to actually go
was.
up and say, "Do you mind opening the glass so I can touch it?" But they probably would have thought I was
They would
insane.
have said, okay, you're like the #1 Janeway fan in the world. So
Yeah.
for you.
So yeah, so that looked great. And then, of course, you can look around. Every once in a while, you go through. Star Trek is everywhere. So inside editions, there was a copy of Nana's book right there, front and center.
Nice.
And all sorts of collectibles, old, new, all throughout. Hero Within was there, and if you must have seen online, they did have an exclusive pin, which was very limited. I mean, they were limiting it to like one per person, and it went super fast. I went back, so kind of trying to like, oh, I wasn't here just yesterday. Do you
Yes,
have another one?
Yeah.
So in case you haven't seen it, it's really nice in Delta shape with the
So
our,
cute. I saw people like Larry being like, can someone go try and get me one too? I was like,
I
it's
got
so
8
limited.
requests and I tried to fulfill them, and unfortunately
Mhm.
that
It
did
was
not
the
happen.
Murph debacle all over again.
Kind of. But no, the gentleman that I spoke with at the booth, he explained that it was, very limited one by nature of, I mean, the fact, obviously it is connected to the current event. So, a month down the line, that might not necessarily be something that they could just easily sell. So they have to limit the numbers that they produce. Other stuff is not licensed per se, but nevertheless, it was quite a lot of fun ones. So there was one booth that had very fun. I think she actually did it for fun and was kind of surprised that people were going for it. So she had like little cartoony characters like this, and she had
So
Troy,
cute.
and she had Kira and Dax, and so I really like that Janeway
Yeah,
with the
that's
little
awesome.
bug. And of course, this one, and it cracked me up, and I actually wore it all pretty much throughout the entire weekend. Let's see if you can read this. It says,
Oopsie.
I am become Moopsie, destroyer of worlds.
I love that.
So,
That's
and the kicker to
amazing.
this whole thing is, of course, this.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That
I cannot
is
even believe that.
It is very
Wonderful.
soft and cuddly. So, you know,
Mhm.
I can kill you with kindness. But glory to the Empire. This was a great find, and I absolutely
That's
Glory
adore
to
amazing.
this.
the Empire.
Oh my God, I love the picture of you fighting somebody with it.
Yes,
Yes.
my friend Jamal, who might be in this chat actually. I'm like, we have to do a photo because he also got one, like, you know,
Yeah.
the traditional pose, you know, standing with the
Oh
Atlas.
yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I want a
So
reality show of you shopping for Star Trek stuff in this like massive vendor's room. It's like
yeah, and the thing is that like
incredible.
sometimes you miss it because it's just so
Oh my
massive.
God, yeah.
I've never had an opportunity to be at San Diego, so I don't know how it compares, but I assume it's something similar. It's enormous. It's like you're literally
Mhm.
going through holes and holes and aisles, and then there's also the artist alley, and then there's of course the book people, and
Yeah.
And the
it just goes on and
dumplings
on.
and the
Mhm.
fudge.
I was strong. I did not do fudge. I did do chocolate. However, you know, speaking of chocolate, Melissa, you would appreciate this. There's a company called Chocolate Moonshine, and this is orange bourbon pecan, and this is blueberry explosion. As you can
Oh, I
see, they're
saw that
almost
post. That
gone.
looks
Ooh.
delicious.
Yum.
Yeah.
That looks
Very good.
scrumptious.
They goes to
Yum.
most Comic Con, so I would imagine they're on the West Coast as well, where whichever
You like the
convention you
blueberry
attend.
one better.
They're really good.
Mm.
So
Yum.
for a small commission, I wish.
There are
So yeah, so
suckers.
here we are when we really should talk about more Star Trek.
Well, if you're sure. All right. Luckily, we happen to have these things pulled up right now. This is from our pals over at trekmovie.com. This is an epidemic. Everybody's forgetting the third and fourth C's. It says NYCCC,
God, I can't
Oh
even
my
believe
Star
this.
Trek
gosh.
Starfleet Academy renewed for season 2 already. That's interesting. Tatiana Maslany joins
Maslany.
cast.
Maslany.
Masmani.
There are no
She's
C's.
fantastic.
She's so
Um,
good.
Maslany. Okay, so
She
here's the thing.
is.
2 things on that. Number 1 is, before we even get to the casting, it occurs to me, if they're renewing Starfleet Academy for a second season already, and they haven't even released season 1, you know, that happens all the time, right? When
Yeah.
there's another thing that, you know, whatever, another season, but rarely before anybody's even seen one scene or one episode or anything. You know, renewing season 4 when you haven't done season 3 is okay because the first 2 were great.
Mhm.
So this is telling me, and I could be way off here, and you guys tell me if this is a stupid thing to say. That's a stupid question.
Love that.
I wonder if they're just saying it's going to be 5 seasons.
Well,
Unless
I have a question.
unless catastrophe happens, it's terrible, or you know, Paramount runs out of money, or people revolt. They're just planning on doing 5 seasons, and so they're like, let's just get it going.
So I have
Just
the
like
question
everything
of
else,
like,
everything's going to be 5 seasons now,
since
except for Prodigy.
they're gonna like, it sounds like they're gonna start filming in production like immediately after season 1. So then like, is there a decrease in cost by like renewing it now? Because then you don't have to like close out the space, but then get it up and running again and put everything in storage and like fly everybody back out and get a housing so that like if they announce it now, there's like a huge pay incentive. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Or cost
Could be.
incentive.
Yeah. I don't know about 5. I mean, there was never a mention, unlike with Picard. I mean, from
Yeah.
Picard, they from the get-go they said it was going to be just 3.
Right.
Here we just don't know. And the way
because
Kurtz
Patrick Stewart only
Yeah.
wanted to do 3,
wanted
right?
3, yeah.
But Discovery was
case-
5. Strange New Worlds might just be 5. I feel like Lower Decks is 5. I feel like Kurtzman or one of them kind of hinted that 5 is the
Flat
new
out
normal.
said it.
right?
He
Don't you
Yeah.
remember that
flat
just
out said it.
recently,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a couple months
Yeah.
ago?
Yep.
So I think that maybe they're just saying, look, we're assuming 5. If
Yeah.
something changes, it might be less, but that's just what it's going to be, which already makes me sad about Strange New Worlds, where I'm like, well, hang
Yeah.
on a second.
Mhm.
What about
Yeah.
if we're not done after 5? What about if we
Yeah.
need more?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Done
You know,
after
on the other
5.
hand,
Yeah.
you know what? I would gladly take 5 of Prodigy. So, you know, it's
Mhm.
Yes.
it's so
Exactly.
comparative. Yeah.
Yeah.
However, Prodigy's had 40 episodes, so it's almost like they had 4 seasons.
That's
Mhm.
true.
True.
So,
So Matt
But
Gordon
kind of.
I
says
don't know.
something interesting, which I do kind of agree with. His take is that they're worried that people won't watch if there's just a single season to start.
That's
because we
fair.
live in a time where there's so much uncertainty of how long shows are going to last. So to announce
Right.
it's renewed for season 2, people are more likely to watch it knowing it's guaranteed another season. Which
Yeah.
I actually I start feeling like that when I watch new shows. Obviously,
Good
Star Trek's
insurance.
an exception, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, oh, then I'm gonna get into it, and then they might cancel it. So I'll just wait till
Mhm.
it's a
It's going to be like
Yeah.
2 years until we see the next one, or yeah.
Well, exactly. I was
Mhm.
talking to my uncle over last weekend, and he was saying how much he loves Strange New Worlds. He loves Strange New Worlds.
Nice.
Old time Star Trek fan from the original series, and
Mhm.
he's like, they got it right. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
But we've waited far too long for this next season to come out. And he's like, I don't know when it's coming. When is
Yeah.
it? It's coming.
So the other
Spring.
really fun thing
Captain.
about this is that like I felt
I was
so
going to do something.
Orphan Black was like 2013 it started. And before like Star Trek kind of made this comeback, Will Wheaton would be on BBC because he was like one of the presidents
Yeah.
of Clone Club. And
Mhm.
he would do these specials on BBC for like Orphan Black fandom. And I felt like it kind of actually got me more into Star Trek fandom, seeing how funny was making their fandom like in a modern age. So I feel
Yeah.
like such a fun full circle thing that now Tatiana Maslany is coming into Star Trek.
Ah,
which-
Yeah,
it's
that's awesome.
So
and he
exciting.
can like
Mhm.
hang out with her again.
Yeah, that's really
Mhm.
cool.
What's
And then she
so
can come
she's
to
an
our
Orphan Black?
conventions.
Yeah, that's how
Yes.
she like won the
She-
Emmy. She
she-
played like a
yeah.
million roles, and it's
Ah,
mind blowing.
It's
Yeah.
Don't watch anything.
She's so good.
Freaking good.
Mhm.
Yeah. When I was watching that show, I never thought it was the same actor playing each of
Ever.
those
Yeah.
characters.
Mhm.
Never. And it's just her. She's
She
phenomenal.
plays multiple
And so-
characters.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
Well,
she's
the
like
Clone
Eddie
Club-
Murphy in,
No,
No, it's
in
not.
that one. What was that?
no. The clumps or
Coming
The
to
clumps.
America.
Yeah, the clumps. No, not- yeah,
and
the
Coming to
clumps.
America. Yeah,
Because
Eddie
her
Murphy loves
brother
doing that.
filmed-
Or maybe
Yeah.
she's like Tyler Perry. Doesn't he do a bunch of characters in his?
Yeah, no, but
Oh, no.
it feels like different people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can kind of
So more
tell.
like Mike Myers. Got it. Okay. Michael
Sure.
Myers when he does the Austin Powers movies. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
He only ever did 3.
That's plenty. They're very different.
Yes.
Yep,
I
but-
really hated that bastard. I still do. I've got a real problem with that bastard. He was
Okay,
gross.
well, we've got an Captain.
Oh, wait, no,
incoming
he did
message.
Gold member
Check
too.
this
I
out.
forgot.
You guys, it's from
What?
Facebook.com. Creation Entertainment makes a fun little announcement here. Marina's like, I'm listening.
Oh my god.
It's just a fun thing here. Check it out. Creation Entertainment says, we are so excited for our ST
Yes.
Dallas, Trek to Dallas show next month. Star Trek comic book illustrator Vernon Smith will be joining us at Trek to Dallas, November 15th through 17th. Check out this amazing art he created to commemorate the guests in attendance.
Oh my god.
How
that's
many
amazing.
characters can you name?
Isn't
this
Oh,
this
it's so
fun.
fun.
Oh,
Oh my
Captain
God.
Shaw.
Love that.
So fun.
Look at
Yeah.
Jake.
Jake.
And
And
it's
he's
literally
captured-
everybody.
He's
Oh, even
captured
God.
like
Beep, beep.
Beep.
This is epic.
That's really great.
he's captured kind of like
Oh.
their personality. Look at these two.
Oh my god.
The dancing
Mm.
doctor.
I need a poster of this. This is amazing.
Oh, there's gotta be a poster.
Great.
And we've got what's his name?
Brilliant. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Elias.
Hmm.
Fawn Armstrong looks
Oh,
great.
look at Neelix cooking. Oh, this is incredible. Wait.
Oh,
And these
That's
guys
amazing.
usually do
Yeah.
karaoke at these shows.
That's
amazing.
Yes.
They're there.
Hilarious.
yeah.
That's
And,
amazing.
and Captain Show's like, no.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Dodge
He's saying no.
Dashwick.
But here's
Oh,
something interesting
is-
that you may notice.
So brilliant.
This is all of the actors in attendance at Trek
Yeah.
to Dallas, November 15th through 17th. However, there's one we could call it a mistake or we could call it an Easter egg. I think it's an Easter egg. Look at these two guys. Wow, this is great. There is
Look at
one
Wayne.
actor. There are no actors that are missing.
Oh,
Wayne and Shram.
Yeah, but there's one actor that's in
That's
it
awesome.
twice.
Oh,
That's amazing.
oh, that's
There he is.
clever.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's great.
Oh my God, my headcanon is that like I'm in the promenade selling like stuff at Quarks.
That is great artwork.
That's
It's
Yeah.
really fun. I love that.
fun. Oh my God.
I
Can he
love
draw like
that.
every event ever now? That's so fun.
I know, right?
Well, that's the news there. That's fun stuff. Everybody in the
awesome.
live chat, let us know which Trek tour you are going to. Which Trek to what? And if you're not going to one, which one would you go to? Like say, I would go if they had a Trek to Tallahassee, I'd be there. If they had a Trek to Beaverton, I'd be there.
Toronto.
Yes.
Toronto.
I'm holding out hope because there's a Vancouver Supernatural next year.
Yeah. And also, they
You could go on set tours.
half of the actors are in Toronto.
So true.
Sell them that.
No, that's not a true
Yes,
statement.
that is a true statement.
This is
Okay.
so
That
cute.
is a
Oh my
true statement.
gosh.
Anne-Marie's still looking at it on her phone. She
Well, now I have to
loves
share it
it.
everywhere. This is amazing.
Especially the coloring, because sometimes, comic book artists or illustrators, they do like the penciling or whatever, they do the
And somebody else
drawing,
colors it.
and then
yeah.
somebody else colors it. But this guy did everything. So he's going to be there the entire weekend in Dallas. I'm going to be there. Melissa's going to be there. Marina's considering it now.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie's going to
I
be
can't.
there.
No, I would have been in Secaucus because that's practically my backyard. And I'm just so bummed that I'm
Why
missing
you
because all my friends are going. And I'm just like,
She's coming here.
yeah, I'm
Coming
coming in LA,
here.
actually. Yes, as we know that our friends from 455, the Voyager documentary finally gets its premieres. One's going to be in LA on the 7th, and the other one's going to be in New York. So if you are going to the Secaucus convention, that's the perfect time to extend your stay because there are still tickets available. It's a backers premiere in New York for the Voyager documentary, which is going to be hosted by Kate Mulgrew and George Takei. So, woohoo!
Amazing.
It's yeah, so unfortunately I'm going to be missing Secaucus. I'm going to be missing all of you, and I'm just so
Wait, not even Sunday?
no. But by the time the flight lands, get back from New York, unpack, it'll be
You
like
wanna
an hour
leave.
left of the convention.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a bummer, but what are you gonna do?
oh,
I gotta suffer for Voyager.
I'll tell
I
you what I'm
know.
going to do. Keep
The life
talking
of a
about the news.
Voyager fan.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not even gonna. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the Paramount premiere either.
Oh
Kind of a
no,
bummer because that's when I'm flying out to
to Secaucus.
Secaucus.
Yeah.
Secaucus.
Oh shoot, so we'll
Uh,
crisscrossing.
Melissa, I think you're gonna miss it too, but we might be going to the New York one.
Yeah, so I'll
We'll
see
see
you
how it
there.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you will be there?
Mhm.
Nice. All right. So what's up next? That's a fun little surprise. Thanks, Creation Entertainment. Creation's
is
like, well,
fun.
I didn't like that you were talking about Comic-Con for so long. We gotta do something about it.
Well,
So
and
they
it's
did that
Battlestar
great thing.
Galactica Con week, which I just got this sweatshirt that's sort of Battlestar Galactica colors. There's some new t-shirts. I'm so excited. I was at Costco and I was like, wait a minute, it's Fate. I have to get that.
There are actually quite a few really good conventions, that in this fall time frame that we're in right now. It's like one after another. I mean, we have the Secaucus in Dallas. We have, as Anne-Marie mentioned, there's
Battlestar.
Battlestar. There's that brand new SpaceCon that I'm not going to Battlestar. I'm going to SpaceCon in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Fan
Yeah.
Expo still has, I think, 3 or 4 events, October, November.
HalCon in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's going to be
That's
amazing.
right.
Everybody's going to that.
Rhode
Yeah.
Island
The
Comic
whole
Con.
village.
Yeah, Rhode Island Comic Con. So we have like if you're looking into like going to a nice Comic Con somewhere or just generally any kind of convention, that's plenty of choices.
What a time to
Absolutely.
be alive. So fun.
Totally.
Hey, HalCon is like 10,000 people,
Yeah.
Like it's a big convention.
Yeah.
No.
Everyone in
come
Canada
on.
is coming.
No,
I'm
my
just
God.
kidding.
They bring their sheep with them, or what do you mean?
You guys are dumb.
That's the rudest thing anybody from Canada has ever said. You might get thrown in jail for that, Jenny.
Whatever.
Canadian jail. They'll treat
Shut
you
up.
great,
On
though.
the wild side.
They make you scrambled eggs every morning. It's pretty nice.
Keep it up. I'm gonna poke you in the face.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay, so up next, Amory's like, it's getting testy around here. Check this
Oh,
out.
I'm just like thinking of all the fun conventions we have coming up.
Mhm.
From our buddies
Oh,
over at trekmovie.com. Oh, boy, typos everywhere. You guys, spell check. Star Trek Section 31 streaming movie to debut in
Wait. We had a
January of
couple things about the-
2025.
We just had to also mention with Starfleet Academy that Bob Picardo did a surprise appearance and he like announced all the cadets at New York Comic Con, which was
That's
so
cool.
adorable.
Yeah.
Like, I just love how
Were there
much of a
any new
plus
cadets that
is.
we didn't already know about? Like I think there weren't any new
no.
casting announcements
No.
other
No,
than
no new,
Tatiana,
no
right?
new casting except that them mentioning that Tatiana was going to be part of it. Oh, and Rhys Darby.
Strange
Is-
New
is-
So
Worlds.
that's for Strange
That's
New
Stretch New
Worlds.
Worlds. Thank you.
That's
Yeah, because
coming.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, there's like all coming and coming. But no, it was great when they're like Starfleet Academy, and people are like, well, so who? And then Bob comes out on stage, so that
Yeah,
was
that's
great.
awesome.
And then of course they did again. That was the yet another surprise Zoom with Alex Kurtzman and the cadets
Mhm.
zooming in from Toronto, and just basically chatting. And he's the one who announced that they already got green light for the
Yeah.
second season.
It was so fun seeing the cadets also like say their name as they like went around because I'm like, oh god, they have no idea what they're getting themselves into.
And,
But, like,
the funny
their new
part
life at
was
Comic-Cons.
the funny part was they were like, everybody was very enthusiastic. So every time somebody would show up on the screen, and it was an unexpected, everybody would just scream and like clap and everything. Meanwhile, they're on their end, they only hearing the host, so they don't hear the
Mhm.
pandemonium.
So
They don't hear
funny.
people reacting to what they're saying or what comes up. So it all kind of like they still have to kind of like, hey guys, here we are. Meanwhile, everybody's applauding, and like it's dead silence on their end. They don't know what's going.
Yeah, it's just like so cute, like seeing people like Jerry Ryan or Gates McFadden or Brent Spiner at conventions where they've been doing this like for decades, and then like seeing the new people, the new recruits,
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, it's so adorable. I love it. Okay, sorry, now we can go to section 31. I'm just so excited for Academy.
All right. I mean, that's still a ways away, though. It's hard for me to get excited about things that are so far away. Section 31 is like right around the corner. It's like you got Halloween, you got holidays, you got drunk time, and then oops, Section 31's here just in time to get chips and sober up.
I'm so
So, and by the way, this is a message just for our friend, the Matt Boardman. Good luck cutting clips of this one. We're going all over the place.
sorry.
So,
Oh wait, now we're
first
talking
thing,
about section 31.
yeah. Section 31. Okay, the first thing that I want to hit on this is the color. Luckily, we have a color expert, Jenny R. Johnson. What do you think of the coloring in this poster?
Purple and yellow are complementary colors.
Yeah, but it's not, it's kind of, I guess it's purple, but it's also kind of like magenta-ish on
It is
one
magenta,
shoulder.
but it's also like it's like cooler yellow. It's or not like a cooler yellow, but more like it's like
Got a
it's,
little bit,
they're
little green.
yeah, they're very like contrasty, goo, like 60s-ish, I don't know, poppy, cool, punky.
It does remind me of like the
90s.
late 60s kind of color, like some kind of heist movie of the 60s or something.
Or like Kill Bill.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But do you guys like it?
Yeah.
Do I like it? Yeah, I like that color combo. Do I like it for Star Trek?
Ooh, this
It's
is where it
definitely
gets
a
edgy.
distinct look.
I was gonna say, do I like it for section 31 as we know it?
Exactly.
That's an even better question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's another side of it. Like, do you like it because there's Michelle Yeoh in the picture?
Boy, it got quiet there.
I can't even
Enhance the
it just blows my mind
situation.
how much information they gave us. Like I was not expecting this many announcements, and I guess I mean, I shouldn't be surprised because obviously Section 31, they've been saying it comes out early 2025, but I was surprised we got a date. It's exciting.
What other information did we get about
On
it?
Section
They
31?
released the
Well, it's coming
official.
up next. The character.
Yeah,
I've
what
been very busy this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
No,
going
Me
on.
too.
They
Yeah.
released the official images, so we have the posters with the
Okay.
actors. I mean, that's the first time for the
Mhm.
actors, not necessarily maybe to be at the convention, but to be specifically for track. And
Right.
God, help me out. What's the gentleman's name? Krasinski. He is actually a track fan himself, as it turns out, because he just went straight into
Robert
complaining.
Kaczynski.
Thank
Robert
you.
He's my new
Kaczynski.
crush.
You know what?
Yeah.
He has been embracing this for months now, right? He's been like,
Yeah.
everybody. I think he's going to be Section 31's Mary Chieffo. Remember when Mary Chieffo was announced
Yeah.
to be in Discovery before Discovery even
Mhm.
came out? This was
Yeah.
STLV 2017, all the way
17.
back before time stopped in 2020. If you can remember that time. And it was like we knew that she was a Discovery actor, but it's kind of hard to get excited about it until you actually watch it. But she
Mhm.
was out there in the middle of the vendor's room watching everybody come, and she was just kind of like standing there like,
Mm.
here I am, world. Embrace me as I embrace you. We're all like, you could tell that she was just like all about it. She's like, I'm a Star Trek fan. I love you guys. You will love the show. You know, she was like an ambassador, you know,
Mhm.
amazing. And so I wonder if this guy, he's starting to seem like he's going to be that guy that's just going to be like, I'm one of you. Let's talk Trek. You're going to love this show, this movie, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny as a Star Trek last name also. Kaczynski was like the Traveler's sidekick in early
Wow,
season.
very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I wonder
So
if
the next
Amory's the
article
walking
was-
Krasinski.
encyclopedia or the walking trivial pursuit. Interesting.
Krasinski. No, wait. Kaczynski?
It's-
Krasinski.
Isn't his last name
Kr-
Kaczynski?
Kaczynski? Krasinski. Oh,
Oh.
no.
Anyway, I think Jenny's having a stroke.
Who the hell is this Kaczynski person? You keep talking about Kaczynski. Who is Kaczynski? I don't know who that is.
So actually here, wait, let's
I mean, I
bring
know
up
the one
these-
from
It's
I'm
different
gonna-
TNG,
spelling,
but-
but it's the same last name. I think it's with an S in TNG. Like the
No, I mean,
Traveler.
okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
know who
There they
he
are.
is. I know him. But like
Okay,
you
yeah.
keep you
So then
all
there's the
are
new
talking
actor.
about, okay, which one is he?
Okay, guess what? We will clarify those.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, is perfect.
So Michelle Yeoh has a dagger and a leather pantsuit. Okay. Gloves.
Oh.
Cool color. Does look very Pulp
Her
Fiction-y.
costume
hillbilly.
looks great though.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't have the names under it. There it is.
No.
Omari Hardwick as
Yeah.
Alok in Star Trek Section 31.
Yeah.
Mm.
Alok. Sounds like an alien name, but another leather kind of thing with some serious collars. Look at that.
Can you
Mhm.
scroll down to that the one that we don't know if it's a Vulcan or a Romulan?
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
Has a very interesting name, and I'm very curious about. Oh, no, okay, that's the different one. Oh yeah, that's a cool. That's oh god, what's the name of the species? It's the same as
Sam Richardson
Cameloid.
as
Yeah, it's a shapeshifter.
Cameloid. As quasi.
Right. Iman.
Yeah.
Iman, right? From the movie.
When they originally announced that
Yes.
there's going to be one, I was very excited because we haven't really seen this species much.
I love Marta too. She needs
Yeah.
some action for this.
So speaking of Rachel Garrett, here's Rachel Garrett. The much younger one,
Yes.
of course.
There she is.
Wow.
Delton.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
That outfit is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so that was a cool part. The fact that we got so much visual introduction, the posters, the artwork. I mean, same thing. Lower Decks got, another poster revealed.
Ooh.
Look at that.
And her
I'm surprised.
arm thing connects to a ring on her pinky. That's so rad.
Ooh.
New jewelry.
It's like a really big It's like a really big ear
There,
cuff.
there he is. Look at Fuzz. There we go. So we
Fuzz.
don't know if he's a Romulan or a Vulcan.
This is
He
true.
looks pretty happy for a Vulcan.
Yeah,
I
but at the same
know.
time, well, he's definitely not a Northerner.
Mhm, exactly.
I just kind of hope this
Oh,
is
okay, this is
maybe
Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. He's my new crush.
but looking at these, and this may be silly, but I hope all of their outfits are pleather.
I think there's a very good chance.
I
I'm
hope
sure we'll
they're
hear
all
all about it
pleather.
behind the scenes.
Given pleather vibes. Yeah, pleather.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yes.
I like that idea.
Agreed. Yeah.
You're
Ryan, you're
muted, Ryan.
muted.
Oh, sorry. 6 out of 7 are leather, and 1 is not leather. So I'm
Right.
saying she's going to be cold, because if everybody else is wearing big, heavy leather
Right.
things, and that one lady is just wearing this flimsy little thing, she's going to freeze. Either that or 6 people are going to be dying.
Dying.
I just love the
Probably
way that
dying.
Trek movie writes. So they said, we now have a name for Sven Roigrok's character Fuzz, but he too remains a mystery. The pointed ears and smile hint he is a Romulan, but quirky Vulcan is always a possibility. I just love that they say quirky Vulcan. So cute.
Quirky.
Quirky Vulcan.
Quirky.
Quirky Vulcan.
All right, everybody in the live chat, which character looks the most interesting to you? Which character are you most interested in watching on screen?
I don't know.
It's a toughie.
I'm gonna say the bald one because she's different from all of the other
Delton?
ones.
That's a
The
good
Delton,
point.
yeah. Again, we
That's a
haven't
very
seen a
good
Delton in
point.
a
Every
long
one
time.
of them is
Maybe.
dark, and then
Yeah.
oh, she's
Maybe
got this
Deltons
Yeah.
don't get
hair.
cold. Is that a thing?
Sure.
I'm
why
just
not?
obsessed with the fact that they're all wearing like head to toe leather. Like it just, oof,
Those
hot.
set lights. She might be just
Sexy.
perfect.
It's
Mhm.
gonna be very
Well,
comfortable.
The stuff
Yeah.
that the Krasinski's character actually is wearing, I mean, he's supposed to be mechanically enhanced. So, I mean, the
Oh.
actual costume is probably leather or whatever they could
Yeah.
make it, but it certainly looks metallic enough. So, for all we know, he's, I don't know, it's
Mhm.
pieces of metal on his body.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then yeah, we have the
Elias
picture.
too sexist. He's
We're
so like
shown.
gung-ho and a Trekkie. I love it.
Here's the picture of a few of them
Yep.
at Comic-Con. Talking,
Hmm.
saying words, you know.
Words.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's exciting. And that's just 3 months
Here's
and
the
2
thing,
days
if I
away.
like them,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a second movie because I don't want to I'm sort of like, I don't want to get too attached if it's just one.
Well, it might be one of these things like Rogue One, where
Mhm.
they all
Did
just
they
kind of
split
die
off
at the
then?
end, except for like,
Spoilers.
does anybody need to survive? I mean, we just need Rachel Garrett. Everybody else could die in
Right.
this, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. This is true.
Mhm. That's cool.
Okay.
Hmm.
I did
So it
like
could be like
Rogue
Rogue One. Me too.
Rogue
One
One
of the
is so
best
good.
Star Wars movies for sure.
So
I
good.
agree.
You see, Anne-Marie, Rogue One is a Star Wars movie. That franchise that, have you even seen a Star Wars? I bet you've seen 2 Star Wars
Yeah.
movies max.
I think I saw the original 3, and then I saw whatever the first newer one was.
That's great. That's 4 movies then.
Yeah.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
All right. So what's up next here? Okay. Oh, this is fun. Also from trekmovie.com. Man alive, are they sponsors of the show?
We love Laurie Ulster, and she was on the ground reporting.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
right there, and somehow I managed to miss her.
I know. I love that. Like you're part of like she posted like, how come I haven't seen Marina Krofchuk yet? I'm like, you're an institution of Comic-Con.
And we were at the same panels.
Yes.
I love that my brain is working slowly enough right now that when those plaid shirts popped up, I just thought it was like part of the Anson Mount. It was like Anson Mount and plaid shirts. I was like, yeah, that makes
Anson
sense.
Mount
Oh
line.
wait,
Yeah.
that's the Orvis. That's the TNG Orvis sweater.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Huh?
So
That
funny.
works.
Okay. So this says Captain
Right.
Pike makes a big decision battling the Gorn in Star Trek Strange New Worlds season 3 clip. Anne-Marie, can you tell us a bit about this?
I mean, what it is, I assume it's from the first episode of season 3. Just, I mean, sometimes when I see these clips, I'm like, I don't see what other people saw, which is like saying it's a continuation of the fight with the Gorn and like drawing conclusions from it. I'm like, it just looks like an action scene of them. I mean, I guess what it shows is that it picks up right where it left off.
Yeah.
And they're battling the Gorn as expected. So I mean, it's just cool that we got a clip and that they know we're very excited to see it. And then they went ahead and did like cast announcements, which was very fun because one of them is like the star of Our Flag Means Death.
Let's
He
hear
has
it.
a massive following. What's his
Is
name
that
again?
this Reese Darby guy?
Chris Darby,
Yes.
yeah.
He's also in What We Do in the Shadow. He's like a Taika
Oh,
Waititi
Sounds
BFF.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It sounds like he's like Stashwick to Terry Metalis, right?
Yes.
He's no Stashwick.
But this is to Taika Waititi.
Mhm.
You have done that yourself.
He started off on whatchamacallit?
The super paranormal.
No.
Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the Conchords. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
What's
Flight of
that?
the
Is that about
Conchords.
grapes?
That was like that HBO show.
It was Jerome Clements and what's his face, the little guy. He's in Lord of the Rings.
Wicket?
No.
Oh, Peter Dinklage?
No. Peter Dinklage is not in Lord of the Rings.
I don't know.
You
Lord of the
know.
Rings. A little guy in Lord of the Rings?
No. He's like an elf for 5 seconds. Anyway, but
5 seconds.
Jermaine Clements, who
Glorfindel?
is no
Brett McKenzie.
Brad McKenzie, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Oh,
Jeez.
Kristen Shaw was in that. I didn't know that. Oh, it
Yes.
all comes together because then she's in What We Do in the Shadows, which is also
Mhm.
based on Taika Waititi. Okay, I got it.
Mhm.
Jenny should do movie reviews.
Villains.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got so lost. I don't even know what happened.
Ah.
Melissa's playing Words with Friends on her phone. She's like, I don't even know either, man. I'm out of here.
But like he has like a massive following because he was the star of Our Flag Means Death. He played like Steve Bonnet, who was the star of it. And then he went on to have this
He's
like
so funny.
amazing relationship with a pirate captain. And then like they have such a strong fan base that then their fan base was buying out billboard space in Times Square, demanding like that they renew it for another season when it got canceled. Like it's a really
Wow.
cool coup to have him in Star Trek. I feel like that's I mean, he's a great fit for it, but also he comes with a huge fan base and is very
Yeah,
fun.
we're gonna get more people.
Exactly. Not that there already isn't tons of crossover with Our Flag Means Death in Star Trek, but yeah.
Were there any other casting announcements for Strange New Worlds?
No, that was
it.
it.
But they did
Okay.
not say what he's gonna be, and they said he's like a recurring. Is he recurring for season 2 or 3? Sorry.
Is he a comedic actor?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, and yeah.
So maybe he'll be a Tellarite.
Well,
Mhm.
so there have been some really good guesses, and then John Orkiola wrote up an article with his guesses
Ooh,
of who he could possibly play.
do we have that?
Yes, it's the next one I sent you.
Oh my goodness.
I like that.
God.
Ooh.
Anne-Marie is too fucking smart. I swear to God. This is amazing. Okay. So this is from our good friend, John Orkiola. That's back of the head in the live chat. Screenrant.com. 5 Star Trek TOS characters Strange New Worlds new guest star could play. Oh, this is so good.
Yes.
I wish we had time.
Well, first, do we know who's playing Roger Kirby?
Oh,
Yes, we do, don't we?
no. I don't
Yeah, I think
know.
we-
Did
I
they
thought
already
we
announce
saw
did.
that. Didn't we say?
Sometimes I'm like, did
Yeah.
I dream it? Like,
I feel like
I'm
yes.
almost positive that they made the announcement.
yeah, that's what
I feel quite confident about that.
Yeah, Killian O'Sullivan.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Right.
yes. Now
You
I
guys
remember.
are good.
Okay.
Boy, oh
Yeah.
boy.
No, I remember he made a splash, and I'm like, did I dream it?
Exactly. Sometimes,
Yeah.
because sometimes I do start dreaming about this,
Just
or
another
I'll be
person I
half
never heard
asleep and I'll
of.
be like, Marina Kravchuk's like shared more news.
Mhm.
And in the morning,
Yeah,
I'm like,
Marina
"What did I
dreamt
dream
and
about
told
Marina
everyone.
sharing news."
Okay. So, oh man, these are good, John Orchiola. You spoil us.
Yeah.
These are really fun.
Okay, here it comes. Number 5, Dr. McCoy.
I can totally see that.
That could be. Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
something about like the bone structure
Mhm.
in the face.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Hmm.
Dr. McCoy. Well, this is what I'm going to do actually.
Totally do a one eyebrow up and like a skeptical, sarcastic look.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do here. Okay. I'm going to do this again. Number 5, Dr. McCoy. That's kind of a Bones
It
look
is.
right there, huh?
And like the
Mm.
hair, just change the color. It's a total like
Yeah.
McCoy hair look.
I don't mean like he necessarily looks like him. I'm saying the expression he's giving
Right.
is giving me some McCoy vibes.
Mhm.
And this is coming from a guy that's seen every original series episode dozens of times. So
You know what one of my
there's
favorite McCoy stories is?
no.
How like when they brought DeForest Kelly in to play McCoy, he was because he was like always a bad guy, and they
Yeah.
were like, oh no, how are they gonna sell him like as a good guy? And they gave him John F. Kennedy's haircut, and they were like, yes, there we go. Like literally, that's what they did. They were like, I know we can use him, but we have to make him look like Kennedy. I know.
All right. Number 4. Let me pull him up again because this one I could totally see as well. Everybody's thinking it. Matt Decker. Commodore Matt Decker.
Also possible.
You guys got quiet. You're not on board with this one.
No, it's more that I'm thinking about Matt Decker
Mhm.
and just sort of.
But that's definitely a
that in my
character
head,
that
but
would be
yeah.
good. That's definitely a character that would be really good to visit. Because everybody
Definitely,
always
yeah.
wanted to know more about Matt Decker.
See him in
That
better
is one that
times.
sort of like lit up the Twitterverse after the announcement.
Number 3, Cybok. Cybok. Not to be confused with the X-Men Psylocke.
Love Psylocke.
Yeah, she loves you.
Psylocke.
Oh, do you have her? Yes, there she is. Psylocke.
Cool. Yeah. She's on a Borg stand, but that's okay.
That is okay.
I had a nice coffee and it's really kicking in.
That's late.
Why is
Number
this damn
2.
Kate?
I don't remember how to say that last name, but it looks like Anton Caridian.
Wait, what?
Oh, interesting. He's got some
Anton.
one of my favorite episodes, Conscience of the King. Who does like
Conscience of the King.
he's like a
also known
privileged
as
the
Kodos,
ambassador.
the Executioner. That's a toughie.
That's
Number
so
1.
interesting.
Oh man. You never know. You never know. I'm going to keep number 1 to myself. Everybody go read that article
Tell
to
me.
know Cyrano Jones.
That's interesting. I mean, I can actually see that. And then I heard another fun one, Trelane.
Yeah.
I forget the Trelane.
Oh, he could be
But-
Trelane.
Yeah.
I think
Big
Matt
Trelane
Decker is the
vibes.
one I want to see.
I mean, he basically plays Trelane in Our Flag Means Death in some way. But, like, because Trelane like has sometimes his like long coat could look sort of piratey.
I want to see Matt Decker. All right, live chat. Everybody in the live chat and everybody in the comments below, tell us which of those 5 or 6 now at Trelane would you like Rhys Darby to portray in season 3 of Strange New Worlds as a recurring character? What do you guys think?
Is he going to be a recurring character?
That's what it said, right?
Oh, see, I missed that bit.
Marina, did you have a preference?
Well,
It's Matt Decker, right?
I am intrigued by the idea of McCoy. I mean, let's face it, at some point we're gonna see all
Yep.
the
Hmm.
TOS, and we're already up to how many out of, we have Kirk, we have Spock, we have Scotty,
And
and
Uhura.
Uhura. So yeah,
And
that's
there's
not
Chapel.
that long of a shot that, we finally see McCoy. So
Hmm.
that's what we'll vote for.
And Dr.
Although
Mbenga.
I can't quite see it in the
Mhm.
photo, but again, acting. So I'm sure that
Mhm.
if that's him, he's not gonna be looking like that walking on the screen.
But
Oh yeah, I
would
don't think
we
they're too
see
worried
him
about changing how a person looks. I think they're more interested in
Yeah.
about. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying, Melissa?
No, I was just gonna say, but didn't we see Dr. Phil before we saw Dr. McCoy? I know.
Yeah,
Dr.
voice.
Bryce.
I know.
Or
Dr.
voice, I
Phil?
mean,
His
not Bryce.
his first name is Phil, and I
Yes.
forgot his last name.
You got the first, I got the
Phil
last. I
Phlox?
couldn't remember his first name. Yeah.
We saw him before we saw Bones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but again, it's
Agreed.
recurring. He might be just visiting.
Sure.
Now I'm like, is it recurring? Am I losing my mind?
What
I
is it?
swear they said recurring somewhere. Oh
Let's
boy.
see. Darby.
I hope so. I don't want them to bring in a
Well, the thing
character
is,
that we
I
really
like him
like and we
so
only see one
much
episode.
that I'd actually like him to be Bones so that we can see him more and more.
Let
But
me
I also
see.
am really sad because I don't want to make any moves where we get past Mbenga because I love him so much.
Uh-oh, I'm a little
No.
worried here. I'm doing a Control F right now, or Command F for
I know. So now I'm on
recurring.
Truckcore checking what they say.
And I don't see recurring anywhere. Are you teasing us, Anne-Marie?
Well, now I'm looking on Star Trek on Paramount Plus on Twitter.
I feel like there's got to be a different McCoy out there.
Because now I'm like,
You
they
don't think
definitely
this
said
guy
Top
does
I'm
it?
Gun.
just not buying it. I mean, I'm just being familiar with his like vibe.
Yeah, but McCoy was kind of a funny guy.
Yeah, but
You
he was
know?
funny, but he was like,
He was
this
so
guy is like fancy funny.
right.
Ew.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
No,
McCoy
yeah,
is
I definitely
more.
get, yeah. That's why he was so great for Our Flag Means Death, because he
Yeah.
played that part so well. He was
What character
hilarious,
did he
but
play?
he was
The captain.
the
He was Captain
captain.
Steve.
Oh, the captain was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is from Variety. They said they also announced that Rhys Darby, Our Flag Means Death, will appear in season 3 as a guest star. So not recurring as a guest star.
As
So
a
he might
guest
do
star.
like a
Ugh.
Mhm.
couple of appearances. And yeah, it's a legacy role. We just don't know which one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Matt
just looked
Decker
on
is
his
what I want to
own.
see and what I think it'll be.
I just looked on his own Instagram, and then the comments are all the Roddenberry saying, "Please be Trelane."
Well, see, then he could be the fancy guy again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's
Good
just, I don't
point.
know. McCoy has a
Salt of the
thing,
earth,
a
kind
salt
of.
of the earth. There's a
He's a
gravitas there.
bit of a cowboy.
He is a bit of, he's a cowboy. I love McCoy. Like I love
Yeah.
McCoy. Like I think McCoy is my favorite.
Character
Yeah.
ever?
No, well,
Oh my God!
no,
If we get McCoy, can we see his like love affair with one of
but
the earlier Daxers?
Oh, just of those options. Okay.
mhm,
That would
like
be
just
fun.
Is it
no,
Kodos or
but of
Kodos the
TOS, absolutely.
executioner?
Kodos.
Yeah, okay. So
Kodos.
Joshua Reeve says Kodos. John Davis says Kodos.
Hmm.
Joshua Reeve also says St. John Talbot. John Davis. These guys are saying like 5 things. John Davis says Cyrano
Kodos.
Jones. That would be funny. Back of the Head, that's
Yeah.
the writer of this article, says, I think Bones or Decker. John Davis says Decker. Joel says Cybok. Faith Howell
Oh,
says
you know,
Matt Decker.
It
the
would
thing
be
about Decker is
interesting to.
that the people who make Strange New Worlds have said that what's the episode? Doomsday Machine is one of their favorite episodes. That's the Matt Decker episode, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
that actually makes me
JT
think more of
says
Nick.
Decker as well. Our good buddy Desmond Heck calls everybody Jive Turkey, but then he just shortens it to JT. So when I see JT, I think of that. There was also a quarterback back in the day, JT O'Sullivan. He was yes. Joshua Reeve says Cyrano Jones. Anyway, a lot of good ones. Melissa, did you have a preference?
Oh I was just gonna say it would be interesting to see where Matt Decker came from, his origins,
Yes.
before he went insane when his entire crew got wiped out.
Right. And
That
this is
would
the
be
kind of
so
thing.
fascinating.
Right. And this is
Mhm.
the kind of thing that I think would encourage these writers to want to give us a backstory, because when you have these kind of characters where they're introduced as he's one of the finest people in the fleet, he's so decorated, we love him, he's amazing. And then
Right.
all he is this blithering fool.
Yeah.
We're like, well, I want to see the old Matt Decker. He sounds
Yeah.
great. And it would be
Like-
really cool if we actually got to see him in his prime, in his heyday,
Yeah.
so we could actually see the arc, you know?
Yeah.
Before the trauma. Yeah.
Exactly. And then like Roger Kirby, like understanding how he and Chapel were a thing
Right.
based
Exactly.
on
That's what I want to
something
see.
other than what we've seen
Do we
of
keep
him.
calling Roger Kirby?
Yes, definitely.
Just kind
I
of.
did indeed, yes.
But then I started thinking, I was like, did I also say that? Have we been saying it this whole time? I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't
Well,
know. Okay.
yeah.
You.
Oh, what's up,
I don't
Terry
know.
Rose? Terry Rose got his
Oh,
sweatshirt
the
the other
winner.
day. Did you know that? Check it out. So Terry Rose won a contest, and so he got a cool Star Trek Starfleet Academy sweater that we sent him from StarTrek.com. Let's see if we can find that picture real quick.
So cool. It's in the virtual Trek Hunters or 7.
There it is.
Or was
Here
it
we
virtual
go.
Trek?
Big reveal. Starfleet
Hey!
Academy, everybody.
I love that
Awesome.
sand color.
Great choice
Great.
of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks.
It looks
Good.
better in this than it does on the website.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Looks nice
Yeah.
and warm, cozy.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's cool. Also, Ali, who we met in Chicago, posted.
Yes.
Look at this. He's posting here with his I voted sticker, but especially look at this.
Yay!
Hey, look at that.
That's awesome.
This is all in the Seventh Rule Facebook group, everybody.
Mhm.
Lots of fun to be had. Oh, and Joe Balcerati posts that he got a really
Yeah.
cool shirt.
Oh,
Check
is
this
a
out.
cool shirt. The Easter eggs are amazing.
It's so good.
Ow!
I
Oh,
love
that's
that you're wearing
great.
the Risa and Chill shirt from Star Trek and Chill.
That's awesome. You mean this one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Very
awesome.
nice. Nice Easter egg. Yeah, right there. Get in there.
That's great.
Rise and chill. Okay.
So
that's a fun one.
badass.
Everybody go hang out in the Seventh Rule Facebook group. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. Oh, there's Melissa's Two Truths and a Lie video. Give that a like. There we go.
That's awesome.
All right. Anyway, we're just about out of time here, everybody.
Oh no. We show
before-
really fast. Well, just like
Yes.
we don't even have to show anything. The follow-up to last week's TMV when we had Dr. Mohammed Noor on and we were talking about like the new species of frog of the Bufus frogs that are all named after the captain. The follow-up is that Dr. Mohammed Noor's book, Live Long and Evolve, was actually cited in the science article.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
That's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
Yeah.
Magic. Well, let's look to the week ahead, everybody. Oh, also, LeVar Burton is awarded with the National Humanities Medal at the White House
That
ceremony.
was yesterday.
That's amazing. That's big
Yeah.
news, though. It's cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, and JJ
JJ Lendl
Lendl.
got to do like a cover for a Star Trek.
Too much good stuff.
thing.
Here we go.
And also,
Last
like,
thing,
Daniel
everybody.
Day
Check this
Kit.
out. Our good buddy JJ Lendl tweets on twitter.com. He says, here's a better look at my 5 connecting covers for the upcoming Star Trek Lore War comics, along with issue 1. The lore face is formed by key events from the Star Trek and Defiant comics and is surrounded by
Look
key
at that.
character moments from TNG, DS9, and Voyager. So this is 5 different covers that create lore. See, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's awesome.
That's pretty zany.
Wow.
JJ's a wizard.
So I know. So for example, this is one of them. You know,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Incredible.
That's so
Yoda
cool.
wizard, JJ.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, but I couldn't get it to come out of my mouth.
I call Stephen Curry a wizard too, because he's
I
really good
know.
at what he does.
I know. I know.
So yesterday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of, speaking of Ardra, Star Trek The Next Generation Season 4 episode, The Devil's Dude, without the last D. So check that out, everybody, on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. If you love The Devil's Due and Ardra and Feklar, he is not Feklar, or whatever. She is not Feklar.
He's so
go check
he's
it
so
out.
insulted.
So
He's
pouty.
so pouty.
He's such a
I
pouter.
know.
Definitely stomped his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check that out, everybody, on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Full episode review is there. Did Sirach Lofton like the episode? We'll see. Then, on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we've got the first 2 reviews of the Lower Decks Season 5. Whoa. 2 episodes are dropping this Thursday already. God, is it already here? It is. It's dropping in 2 days, a day and a half, really. And we're reviewing the first 2. We're dropping them. It's going to be basically like 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. or East Coast, 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. or Jenny time, 10 p.m. and 11 p.m., and so on. All right. So check those out. It's a lot of fun. We've got some great guests. Maybe we can announce those guests right now. For episode 1, no guest. It's just us. Hey, whatever. Hey, it's the first episode. We're just happy to be back with an old friend. It's kind of like if you haven't seen a friend in a long time, you don't want to bring another friend. You just want to play with your buddy.
Yeah.
But episode 2, supervising producer Brad Winters is joining us. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
He's like 4 guests by himself.
Amazing.
So that's on Thursday. Then on Friday on the Virtual TrekCon YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, come right back here for Star Trek and Chill. We talk about Star Trek, we chill, Shar gets drunk, Katie eats delicious fruit and pretends like it's not delicious. It's so weird. Anyway, it's always a good time. So check that out, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time on the Virtual TrekCon YouTube channel. Then on Sunday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time, we've got our first segment review of, what a coincidence, this one,
Nice.
Identity Crisis.
Nice.
With very special guest, the guy that made this. I don't mean Mattel or whatever it was. I mean Michael Westmore joining us, everybody. Yeah, so he's going to talk all about this.
Our Emmy-nominated makeup episode.
The living legend.
Kind of. It might be just a very, very, very quick visit because, he's moving and stuff. But anyway, check that out, everybody. It's going to be a great time. Marina Kravchuk, can you tell everybody where they can find you and your fun items online?
Well, you can find me mostly on Facebook. I'm one of the admins for the Star Trek Convention Experiences group. You can also find me at Dracorex, Drakkorex, on Instagram and Twitter and Blue Sky and Threads. And I'm also co-hosting a Star Trek mission, Prodigy. So we were coming up on the end of it, which is almost shocking because we started way back in July. And so yeah, you can find it missionlogpodcast.com. Otherwise, yeah, if you go into a convention, chances are we might bump into each other. Always say hello.
Well, you have to be careful. It's not easy not bumping into people, I've heard. So
listen, I almost got hit by a shark this weekend. It was an actual big plastic, semi-plastic, semi-plush shark. I don't know where it was supposed to be. A person turned and went right in front of my face. So
it's weird.
Yeah.
Scary.
Clipped by wings, hit by katanas. That's the part and parcel of going to a convention. So
yeah.
Oh my gosh. And nobody's busier. You're like Flash at conventions. It's just like Marina whizzing by to see everything in the world.
I'm getting old. It took me 2 days to go through the whole thing this time around. So
all right. Jenny R. Johnson, what about yourself? Where can people find you and your goodies online?
Well, folks, I'll tell you, you can find me on my website, jennyrjohnson.com. You can get to my shop through there. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can watch me do interviews on podcasts. That's fun. Also, you can check out my social media. On Twitter, I am at Jenny R. Johnson. That was my brain catching up to my mouth. And on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky, I am Jenny R. Johnson Art. If anyone would like to manage my social media, please let me know. All right, thank you.
Wow, that's 2 for 2 with Threads and Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Melissa Longo, where can people find you and your goodies online?
On social media at MALISSA, Melissa Longo, and Walking Art Made by Melissa.com, where you can get this and other goodies on there, and places.
It's hard when you leave the script.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do it in the middle and I'm like, oh no.
I know.
I left my window open and for some reason a breeze came and I just got a nice whiff of grass. So it's kind of nice, like freshly cut
Nice.
grass.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's good.
Oh, like
Pleasant.
grass.
Wait, did you say Threads and Blue Sky, Melissa?
I did not, because I'm not on Blue Sky. Am I on Blue Sky? I don't know if I'm on Blue Sky. I don't think so.
Okay.
Because when people were doing that, I never got an invite, so
But you dipped your
Oh,
toe into
yeah.
Threads, didn't you?
by accident. By accident.
All right. And
read before you post, people. When you hit accept. Read.
Dr. Anne Marie Siegel, you are all over Threads and Blue Sky. Where can people find you online?
Twitter at Anne Marie Siegel 1, and then I'll be at Battlestar Galactica convention in Chicago this weekend. And tomorrow night I'm on Sci-Fi Sisters, Sabrina Wood's sci-fi movie discussion live show. And
Oh, the Cinecin thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So we're doing a 1966 Raquel Welch movie, Fantastic Voyage, where they shrink down and like go inside somebody's body, and it's going to be amazing. So that's
Love
tomorrow on
Raquel
That was
Welch.
directed by Coolio, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Slide,
Coolio.
slippity slide.
So that's tomorrow at
Get it.
9:30 p.m. Eastern on Sci-Fi Sisters YouTube.
Yeah. So everybody pour one out for Coolio and check them out.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, you
hi
can
if you're at Battlestar Galactica Con.
everybody, you can find me online on twitter.com at RyanTGHusk. That's at RyanTGHusk, or just Virtual TrekCon, Falling Tower, or the Seventh Rule on your favorite social media, but especially Blue Sky, Threads, and YouTube, especially YouTube, because that's where this is right here, everybody. So check that out. Thank you very much to the Matt Boardman, the smart guy in the room here. Red Shirt Bob. He said something really smart earlier.
Yay.
Forgot what it was. Glenn Iverson, Bob D, Robert Kaiser, Melissa H. What's up, Melissa H? Fran Iverson, and everybody. We see all of you. We appreciate all of you. And I think we'll see you next time. But remember, when you want to know all about the announcements of the week, put it on the main viewer. What was the thing that Matt Boardman said that was smart? Oh, I remember it now.